Check 1, 2. Okay, I forgot I didn't have my microphone plugged in. So it should be live on Facebook now, or on YouTube, I mean. And hopefully I can get this thing stable, catch everything. Okay, so you can see my feet over here, just off screen a bit here. Try to raise that up a bit. Alright, I got everything. You can barely see on the small picture. Try to make that a little bit bigger. Uncooperative mouse, but so you see at the end here, I don't know if you can barely see my foot there. That foot is a symbol. I can pause the drums. You can't see the guitar in my hand. I'm using my home-built Fender copy. And as you can see here, even though it's upside down, I have a bass guitar setting so I can lay down a bass track. Here today, what I'm showing you is using the Aeros Looper. Sorry it's a little blurry in this video. I'm going to try to get some more light in here, so hold on for that. Okie dokie. Let's play some guitar. So, what I got here is my Beat Buddy pedal is here. As you can see that on the small screen. You give it a press, it gives me a drum roll. I'm going to transition to the next part. Since I don't have another part recorded, it stayed on this loop. I'm using 6x6 mode for its uber complexity. 2x2 is a little easier, but I want to learn the hard stuff. So we're going to record more than one part. I'm going to show you 6 loops and 6 parts if I can. It's kind of confusing, but we'll see if we can get through it. But, you know, a nice little sounding pedal here. Whenever I press the pedal, it's gonna give me some kind of loop. Here I'm gonna press it with the right towards the end of the beat, right on beat number 4. I'm gonna press it and see what happens. Nice quick roll. Now I'm gonna press it on 1, 4, 1. Yeah, nice complex long roll, right on time. Nice. So we've got a bass line. I could go for some kind of keyboard thing, but let me show you this. For keyboards, I have the synth pedal over here. You want to look at the top picture here, the small square. See where my foot is tapping. This is a synth pedal. So I can turn my bass into this. Bass sound, so I'm going to switch to a guitar sound and see what it does. That sounds pretty bad. Overdub that. Let's try that. It's gonna, as soon as I hit next track, we're gonna have to record it. So here we go. We're gonna try to line it up with the red. Line should be coming up here soon. I'm not even holding my guitar comfortably here, and there's no strap on it. Here comes the red line. So let's try to time this. Issue I had there. Now I have to delete some tracks. Okay, so now I have two tracks. I think I can overdub that. Hang of this system yet. If it was me, I wouldn't make it so I had to move my foot after I hit record to get it to just play back and not record another track. Because sometimes I want to think about what I want to do. hot there. Part here, or actually if I transition with the bass to the drum pedal, it should get me to the next part. I'm going to do in G to kind of give it a minor sound. Okay, so my experiment was not working there. Let's get the air horns off there. The freeze pedal. Check 1 2, check 1 2. Oh, it records my voice too. That's interesting. So as you can see here, we've kind of lost control of this loop. Part 2 is going to be crap. So if I hit select part here, it selects the next part, and now all I have to do is hit record, and now I'm recording in the new part 3. Of course, part 3 is ruined with my voice, so we just need to know that if we want to record it automatically, now that we're in recording part 3, we would record track number 2, the new part 3. So of course, part 3 would record my voice. So track number 2. We just need to know that if we want to record YouTube automatically, now that we're in recording track number 2, I'm here. I'm recording in the new. What's your baby called? So part 3. We would record part 4. Track number 2. Part 4. YouTube,
number
YouTube,
4,
Mayday,
part 4, record number
automatic
4,
track number
now
2,
that we're
here,
in part 4,
part 4, baby,
9,
I'm ruining my YouTube channel. What am I doing? Track number 2, part 4, oh my god, this is awful. Number 9, I'm ruining my YouTube channel. What am I doing? Track number 2, here, part 4, automatic, now I got it, baby, 9, I'm ruining my YouTube channel. What am I doing? Track number 2, okay, so now, oh my god, this is awful. Number 9, I'm ruining my YouTube channel. What am I doing? Track number 2, here, part 4, oh my god. I think I'm gonna die. 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 I think you're gonna die. I think you're gonna die. You're gonna die. I might die. You're gonna die. I think I'm gonna die. I think I'm gonna die. I think I'm gonna die, man. I think I'm gonna die. Dude, you're gonna die. You're gonna die. I think I'm gonna die. I'm gonna die, man. I think I'm gonna die. I'm gonna die. I think I'm gonna die. I think you're gonna die. I think I'm gonna die. I'm gonna die. You're gonna die. Oh no. I think I'm gonna die. I'm gonna die, man. You're gonna die. Dude, you're gonna die. You're gonna die. I think I'm gonna die. I'm gonna die. You're gonna die. Are you gonna die? I think I'm gonna die. I think I'm gonna die. Oh, I'm gonna die. You're gonna die. I think I'm gonna die. You're gonna die. I think I'm gonna die. Dude, you're gonna die. You're gonna die. You're gonna die. I think I'm gonna die. I think I'm gonna die. I think I'm gonna die. Okay, so if you haven't heard Frank Zappa's Brain Police, that was just pretty much out of control. That was a experiment based on the song Who Are the Brain Police from Frank Zappa. There's a part in the middle that switches to an overdub section of 100 voices, but they all have reverb on them, so they sound a little more dreamy, a little more creepy. But that's what they do. So I stopped everything, and so now I should have 4 or 5 different tracks recorded. So I think we could play it back, but we select the part. If I want to start from the beginning there, I've selected it. You see in the very first row here. See in the very first row right about there. That's not very accurate at pointing. We get another pointer here. Find the pointer sisters. Okay, right here. This row right here, you'll see a dot. Move down. Now it's 2, 3, track 4, track 5, track 6. There isn't anything, so it just skips up to track 1. So if I press play right now, I should be in track 1. So play is here. Now I can't hear the bass very well, so let's turn up the bass. This is how we're going to do it. There, I just switched into my levels, and you can't really see that very good. Sorry about that. Now I want to select the version of light green there that you can't really see the colors. That is my bass line, so I want to keep that as loud as it can be. Turn everything down just there. and actually in sync with this. But if we start them together, they should be in sync. There we go. Turning up my voice a bit here. Hello, hello, check 1, 2. Check 1, 2. Check 1, 2. Check 1, 2. Okay, so we're back, but I was trying to turn up my voice a little bit here. Let's turn up the voice. Do 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 do. Well, everything seems as cranked as it's gonna get, so I guess we're kind of muffled on the voice, and I don't know why, but maybe it says cable. Hello, check 1, 2. Well, that's the best we're gonna get, so we'll leave it. Let's try this again. I should be able to transition between all these parts just by doing a transition on the Beat Buddy pedal. That means holding it down steady and it'll say transition. There's this transition mode. As soon as I let go, we'll be in the next track. The next part. Certain the last time I used this that I was changing parts, but now it's not changing parts. Maybe I have to complete the last one. Say what you wanna say. Hey, hey, hey. Say what you wanna say. Hey, hey, hey. Say what you wanna say. Hey, hey, hey. Okay, so I don't like that. I'm gonna mute that. Say what you wanna say. Hey, hey, hey. There we go. Easy as that. See, now it's doing something different. Now I can select the next track, and it's not automatically recording. This is one of my disappointments with this Aeros Loop Studio. It's just, it's not right off the... It takes a lot of memorization. It's not instantly user-friendly. It doesn't make, doesn't follow, like, you know, what you basically would assume the pedal would do. It doesn't kind of do that. I'm sure there's reasons, and I'm sure there's settings you can adjust to change things, but... I just wanted to play totally nothing there, just to have something. So I got the choice of next part, next track. Next track is gonna be, I have no more parts left, so I'm just gonna do the next track. It should record automatically. Unaware of how many bars. I was waiting, hoping to see the loop come around again. Now I gotta be ready to record on each and every one. I haven't even changed the settings. I don't have a chance to change the sound settings. So I'm unaware of how many bars. Ready to record the next one. I don't know why I would do that. So now I gotta be ready to record on each and every one. I haven't changed the settings. I haven't changed the sound settings. So I'm ready to record the next one. Played in the next part by selecting it and hitting play. It's the only real musical thing we've got on here. So let's go through part by part and see what happens. Let's see now that we've got all 6 parts down if the transition on the Beat Buddy will work. Let's try it. Transition is not doing anything. The arrows, which part I want to go to, so it's transitioning to the part that was selected, the first part. The second one is selected, so I can transition right to that one. I can see why this is handy now. It's allowing me to transition wherever I want to go. So let's say I don't want to go to part number 3, I want to go to part number 4. Select part 4. I'm gonna meaning my YouTube channel. What am I doing? Track number 2 here. I cut it out today. Oh my god, this is off baby. I'm ruining my YouTube channel. What am I doing? Track number 2. Automatically now. Oh my god, this is off number 4. I'm ruining my YouTube channel. What am I doing? Track number 2 here. I cut it out today. Oh my god, this is off baby. I'm ruining my YouTube channel. What am I doing? Track number 2. And there, I just wanted to get it over with, get the pain to stop, and I clicked twice on my Beat Buddy, and that gives it the outro, and the whole thing will can itself. Now, I wish the loop here would do a fade out. I can't see why there's not a little setting in the beginning where you could say, you know, fade entire loop, fade any channel, or fade any part. So whatever part you end on will fade out, or, you know, fade part 1, fade all parts, something like that. There should be a setting right in the beginning. Fade part 1, fade all parts. Because I think that's a little more musical to just have everything fade out, even if and have it fade while the drum roll is happening, so it doesn't end so abruptly. Because sometimes it doesn't sound right. So that is the Aeros Looper. You better be really good at looping. See, the thing I liked about my Jam Man is without all the functionality it's trying to have, the Jam Man is a lot more forgiving, so that you can record a part, take a break, find a new sound, noodle around with something else, get something you like going, decide on some chords, and hit overdub again at that moment. I was good enough to click it on the beat where I didn't have to, I didn't screw it up too bad, and you could record another part on top of your existing. It was only one track, but it was, if you screwed it up, you screwed up the entire thing and you had to start over, so that was a drawback. Here, if you screw up one track, as you see, you can't entirely delete it, so that's kind of, that would really make this thing more outstanding if you could completely delete your screwed up track and have that available again. But it just allows you to, I think you can totally overdub it, so you can mute it, I know that, and then I believe you can overdub over the same track. We should probably try to do that as an experiment here, so why don't we do that? Or yeah, let's give this thing one more listen. I'll jam over it a little bit, and then we'll erase it for good.
This is also
number
part
4.
I
made it on my YouTube
part
channel.
four.
What am I doing?
Part
Track
four.
number
Part
2
three.
here.
Part
Part
four.
4. Set it up today. Oh my God.
Part
Another way to transition. Another way to transition is just to hit the next part and press play. Let's see if we can have it start in on track 2. Well, that's kind of neat. That's a nice handy feature. Okay, so you can start it if you want to start it on track 2. But you probably made your track 1 as an intro. So, unmute. I don't know why that's there. Okay, so one bummer I'm going to have is this. I had all this gear that you see here in 2 road cases and a little Fender Mustang 1 amplifier out on the road with me on a job that I do to make my money. I deliver nationwide, and that's why I'm never here recording any videos. So if you're on this channel, you've heard me talk about this before. I don't have a lot of room in the van, only when there's no freight. But here's the deal. I barely have time to jam is what I found. They keep me pretty busy, which makes me a lot of money. And when you stop, you either have to get the van's oil changed. First and foremost, you want to sleep because you're always tired. And when you finally recoup, you need like a day to get the energy to do anything. And at that time, there's something to do in the city. There might be something cool to see in a new city, so you want to go do that since you're, may not be back there for a while. You probably have chores to do, like you got to stop at a laundromat, get your laundry done. You got to get your van oil changed. They're going to call you any minute for a load. So, the the last thing you want to do is have all this gear out, and they tell you got to, get in the van, start driving. You got to be there by 3 o'clock, blah, blah, blah. And you've got, only an hour and 10 minutes to make a hour and 15-minute drive. So, that's enough of an issue to where, my point is I'm going to leave this stuff at home this time around, and I'm bummed about that because I really like my Aeros Looper, and I'm just getting kind of used to it, but I haven't been able to get used to it in that van. And now, and you say, well, what are you going to do then if you do get spare time? Well, what I did was I saw another musical toy that I liked called the Spark Amp. I don't know if you guys saw that, but I probably won't do a demo of that today, but I've got the Spark Amp too, and I think that's really cool, and I'm going to take that with me to just kind of get practiced back up, learning some other people's songs. I've forgotten almost every song I've ever learned, except like 2 Rush tunes. I've forgotten everything I've ever learned. So I thought maybe it's time to get back on, build the chops back up, playing some other people's music. And then when I get my home time every couple of months or so, I can hopefully have some ideas saved up to loop. And if I want, I got a looper. I got my Jam Man in the van. I can hook that up, although since the Spark Amp doesn't have a loop, it's kind of awkward to jam because you want to jam on a loop. You want to have the sound effects after the looper, or I'm sorry, before the looper, so you can loop the sound effects and then play a different sound effect over that. If you have the sound effects after, and if the sound effects are in the amp and the loopers before, everything sounds the same. Your chords will sound the same as your lead tone, so it won't work as good. But that being said, that's the extent. Let's try to make something a little more legitimate now. For anyone who may be watching, I don't know if anyone's watching because I don't have my YouTube screen up. I'm gonna try to bump you up on my cell phone here. See what's going on here on YouTube. Let's delete this. It looks like I got an important text message coming in here. Let's see what this is, because somebody still with customs getting hit with 25% duty. Good news, you won't duty. Oh, that's kind of bullshit, but ship on Friday. Okay. Sorry about this, folks. Let me just say, yes. Sounds great. My neighbor had some stuff. Well, I'm not going to tell him that. Ordered an e-bike battery, and it was supposed to get shipped during my trip to Florida, and it turns out he couldn't ship it till the first of the year when I'm going to be out on the road, so it's going to be back on the porch. And my neighbor informed me that he had some stuff stolen off the porch, so I'm not looking forward to getting that done. Okay, let me get on YouTube, see if you guys are trying to chit chat with me. I doubt anybody's even watching this, and I don't blame you, because this is an impromptu mess. So yeah, live, there I am. Oh, how to solo through any key change modulation using the pentatonic scale. Well, that's not what we're doing. We're doing the Aeros Looper, but I forget to change my my title. Well, there I am, chatting. No one in chat. Alright, and there's just a little bit of a delay. That's kind of neat. Alright, so here's what we're going to do. See if I can go to controls, top chat, live chat. All messages are visible. And can I change? No. I can't change it till after, so. Okay, so what can I do with that? How to solo through any key change? Let's try this something here. Select part. it's delete all. So that's pressing this one, press it down and say delete all tracks, and then we hit here, and all of that is gone. That nice first part I made, all gone. So, okay, so what we want to do here then is I'm going to play something. I'm going to just totally make it up off the top of my head. What if I played, okay, that'd be A, it's an A major chord, or it's an A flat major chord. Sorry if my guitar is not tuned up with yours, because it may not be. I just picked this one up on the fly. It's probably way out of tune. So what if we went A flat Lydian? Oh, that would be a nice Lydian chord right there. Nice. Okay, here we go. We're skipping the third and we're putting that weird second note in there. I don't think we're going to need any drums for this. Let's just try this. Here we go. Okay, so you see what happened there? I got 2 tracks and nothing happened because my foot is... I'm thinking so much about what I'm going to play, I don't remember to move my foot, which I think is dumb. You should be able to start and stop with one without having to move your foot. They're making you think about too much shit here. I don't like that. So from there, we're going to go to A major. That should create a, we're going to have to, I think that'll only share 2 notes. So okay, so I got it set up to go to next track. Now see that when you record the first track, you have one button usefulness there, one button selection. You just press to record, and then it'll just go right to playing it. So that's what I wanted there. Now let's go back to our first part. Here's our tritone of notes here. You can see that. And I'm not going to teach you a lesson here. I got these 2 notes here. Those are the 2 notes that I know are shared between the other key. So here I am. Method. Screwed that up. Transition note right there. So that was a very abrupt change. So if it didn't really sound good, that was because change with only 2 notes is just extremely abrupt. So it's not going to sound good, but you could hear how these 2 notes, all I knew is that these are the gut notes inside of my Aeolian pentatonic shape. Consider like as if I was playing F sharp minor. F sharp minor is the 6th of A major. Here's the F sharp minor. You know, this is kind of songs you can make. Just beefy shove around sound. Trying to show you how the how the scale works over both of those chords. Now the next one, so basically there's a pentatonic framework around that scale I played. That's the blues box, 1 4 1 3 1 3 1 3 1 4 1 4. So the next part, the Lydian part, was a half step up. So I know that it was a the pentatonic box will work, but I also had to change the gut notes of the pentatonic to make it the Phrygian pentatonic, and that would work over the... Basically, start a minor pentatonic box on the G of the lower 3rd string. Fill in the gut notes to make it Phrygian. But you're not playing that Phrygian minor note. You're a half step up, which is the next note in the scale, which is the 4, Lydian, which is major. We'll play the same scale with the minor chord. The G minor, they sound, they got that darker sound. I'm going to take the same scale now. I was trying to emphasize that darker sound with the choice of riffs and chords that I use. I'm going to take that exact same scale. I'm not changing a note in my scale, and listen to how the scale sounds now. All I did was bring this G chord up. something a little more to the next note up, which is a major chord. Now I'm on F sharp, or I'm sorry, G sharp major. This is the same exact notes of that scale we just played. Listen how it sounds now. That wasn't right, but anyways. Probably be better if I froze the chord underneath this stuff, so hold on. Same scale. So the point being that it's not the scale that makes the mode, it's the background chord. As I always say and always try to teach people, stop trying to learn modes by learning scales, because it's the same old scale. It's the chord that really changes the functionality, and use your ears to decorate the scale, to decorate the chord with the scale notes that are the same as coming from the parent key, which is in that case, what was that? The 4, 1, D sharp, or E flat. Still got something going on there. Well, interesting. So, that's my take on the Aeros Looper. 2x2 mode is obviously a lot easier to use, so there's a little more enjoyment for me at 2x2 mode right now. I get a little frustrated at 6x6, but 6x6 has kind of got what I want to do. There's a little more you can do with more than 2 parts. So I really wish there was a 4x4 mode, because then it's not as complex as 6x6, but you got more, just a little bit more than 2x2. I think that would be ideal. Like with 4x4, you could have your intro, 2 main parts, like a bridge and a chorus and an outro. Intro, bridge, chorus, outro, and switch between all those. It'd be a nice happy medium. I think 6 is a little bit too many, and 2 isn't enough. So hopefully you're listening in Singular Sound. So far I see I've got 1 live chat. Let's see if I can see a comment here. 1 person is in live chat, although that might be me on my cell phone, so I think, let me say hi here. Chat publicly as Mind's Eye Visual Guitar Method. Hello. Loser. That was very nice of me. But yeah, so I see where that goes, and I see that there's nobody else chatting, so that was just a quick blast at a bunch of nonsense regarding this Aeros Loop Studio in conjunction with Beat Buddy. You can see them work together, and you can see a Synth 9 pedal in action here. I think it sounds kind of cool. Cool sound. Something very kind of King Crimson-ish there. Craziness. So that's the Synth 9 looper pedal, and just one little sound effect there, but I kind of like it, so I'm keeping it there. And in my trusty old RP350 here, that's a grandpa right here. For pedals, I mean, the RP355 came out and was better than this, and this was outdated pretty quick. Sometime after, I think, it was 2004, 2006, or something like that. Now there's 8 zillion versions of this thing, but I like it. It's got a small footprint. It's got all the sounds I like. One of the buttons is wearing out here, so probably getting time to replace it soon, but got all my user effects in here. The guitar I'm playing is kind of quiet. It helps if I turn the volume pedal up. Here's why. tuning issue here. Really be able to tell on this channel here. My video just got banned. Yeah. I'm not gonna waste any more of your time with messing around, just noodling here. You don't want to see any of this. So once again, thank you for watching. I hope to get some work. Let's try. Let me come back in another half hour, and I'll make a video on some graph paper stuff, concepts that I've learned about. We're gonna do. Let's do chord tones today. Graph paper chord tones, and the chord geometry of chord tones. That's what we're going to do, the chord geometry of chord tones, and we'll get to that. So I wanted to do something with this Aeros Looper today, so that's what I did. And obviously you can see it's, it can be a challenge to get musical with this thing, especially if you kind of don't have any ideas, but let's give this thing one more shot at being musical. How about that before I go here? Go back to my bass sound. So we want to make something. I like Lydian a lot, so let's go Lydian Dorian in the same key. So we'll just go let's see if E Dorian is let's try this. Yeah, start over. Okay, so we're starting over. Here we go. Okay, it wasn't recording any of that, and that's good. So it looks like I have to manually hit record, and that's good because I want to kind of get my idea together, so we're going to go. using this note. When I went, I used a square of notes right there, which is this square of notes. This note here is going to be the differentiation between, say, Aeolian and Dorian. If this scale was Aeolian, or E-Aeolian rather, it would use this note. Kind of more neutral sounding, plain old everyday minor, but the Dorian gives it a little brighter sound. There I arpeggiated the 5, but went to the 2. There's the 1 of the 2 chord that we're playing, the 2 chord. Dorian E is the 2 chord of D. The 6 of that scale, which is this. See how I end the phrase on the arpeggiating the 2 chord? Arpeggiating the 3. Back to the 2. To end the phrase. Okay, so to end the phrase, to bring resolve to my phrase, I arpeggiated in the main chord there, which is the 2 chord of the scale. I used all scale notes, but in my middle of my line, I moved up to the 3rd, arpeggiating the 3rd, which is going to sound okay because you're playing an arpeggio, but it's tension against the 2 chord. There's the 5 chord, there's the 6 chord, there's the 1 chord, and here's the 2 chord. Of course, all in the same part of the guitar. Wasn't big spread out voicings. That could have been cool. And probably would have sounded a lot cooler if they were spread out triads. Spread voicings would have sounded more Eric Johnson-ish, but there's a if you wanted some method to just jamming in one spot of the fretboard as you get used to your scales and stuff, there's a little method to the madness there. So that's what I'm going to go over my next lesson. So stay tuned for that, and we'll come back on here with some graph paper in about 15 minutes. Okay, bye. Thank you for watching. Now, if I figure out how to turn everything off.